In a significant development, the leaders of Japan and the Philippines have agreed to commence discussions for a crucial defense pact. This pact would facilitate joint military exercises within each other's territories, with the strategic goal of strengthening their alliance in response to China's growing assertiveness in the region. During Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kida's two-day visit to Manila, he also announced the provision of a coastal surveillance radar to the Philippines through a grant, marking the inaugural beneficiary of Japan's newly launched Security Assistance Program for allied militaries in the area. Furthermore, Japan has committed to providing additional patrol vessels, defense equipment, and radars to enhance the maritime law enforcement capabilities of the Philippines. This support is particularly targeted at the disputed South China Sea, where tensions have escalated due to territorial disputes and confrontations. The ongoing territorial conflicts between the Philippines and China have prompted increased backing from Japan in the form of patrol ships and maritime security assistance aimed at reinforcing the Philippines' defense of its territorial interests in the South China Sea. This step holds significance in light of Japan's ongoing territorial dispute with China in the East China Sea, where tensions have persisted over the years. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kida's visit to the Philippines carries historical weight, symbolizing the evolution of the relationship between Japan and the Philippines. As part of this visit, Kishida is set to address a joint session of the Philippine Congress, underscoring the evolving ties and Japan's contributions to the development and security of the Philippines. If the defense accord is finalized, it would represent a substantial strengthening of the alliance between Japan and the Philippines, particularly in response to the escalating challenges posed by China's assertive behavior. This move reflects a broader effort to fortify regional alliances and enhance security cooperation in the face of shifting geopolitical dynamics in the Indo-Pacific region. The exchange of notes signed by the Philippines and Japan signifies both countries' shared commitment to deepening and strengthening bilateral relations with a specific focus on maritime domain awareness and disaster resilience. The relationship between the Philippines and Japan has undergone a remarkable transformation over the years. Originally rooted in post-war reconciliation and economic cooperation, the historical narrative of this relationship was initially shaped by the lingering memories of World War II. However, in recent times, the dynamics have shifted towards a more strategic partnership, influenced by several crucial factors. One major catalyst for this transformation is the escalating assertiveness of China in the region. Both the Philippines and Japan have felt compelled to forge stronger security ties in response to China's regional ambitions and assertive actions. Moreover, the Philippines, driven by a desire to diminish its economic dependence on China and diversify its trade and investment partners, has played a key role in steering this strategic shift. This move underscores the Philippines' commitment to safeguarding its economic interests and national sovereignty. Over the years, the two nations have solidified their commitment to deeper cooperation by signing various agreements. Notably, in 2019, they entered into a Visiting Forces Agreement, FA, allowing for reciprocal visits by their armed forces, a testament to the evolving nature of their relationship. The two nations formalized their commitment to bilateral defense cooperation through the signing of a memorandum. This document delineates areas of collaboration in defense planning, exercises, and training. In 2021, they inaugurated the Japan-Philippines Strategic Dialogue, a high-level mechanism designed for consultations on security and strategic issues. Subsequently, in 2023, the Philippines and Japan took a pivotal step by entering into negotiations for a defense pact. This prospective pact holds the promise of empowering their military forces to engage in joint exercises within each other's territories. Such collaboration would significantly bolster their capacity to address security concerns and respond to regional threats effectively. The partnership between the Philippines and Japan extends beyond official agreements to the people-to-people level. A growing awareness and appreciation of each other's cultures and societies have emerged, facilitated by the increasing number of Filipinos studying and working in Japan and the rising influx of Japanese tourists visiting the Philippines. The productive and insightful discussions encompassed various crucial aspects of bilateral relations, exploring avenues to further enhance collaboration and unlock their full potential. Japan has recently initiated a substantial effort towards modernizing its military, signifying a significant shift in its national security strategy. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, the Japanese cabinet has approved an ambitious expansion of military capabilities aimed at bolstering the country's capacity to deter aggression and ensuring preparedness for potential conflicts.
Under the increasingly severe and complex international situation, we are deepening our cooperation in the area of security, and in particular, I am happy that we are able to agree on the provision of a coastal surveillance radar to the Philippines as the first project under the newly launched Official Security Assistance (OSA) this year.
This initiative involves a noteworthy increase in the allocation of GDP to national security, escalating from 1% to 2%. Marking the most substantial change in decades. Building on the active framework of defense and security cooperation, an exchange of notes took place regarding official security assistance from Japan to the government of the Republic of the Philippines. This security assistance is anticipated to further enhance the military capacities of both countries, including the Philippines, which shares common security concerns with Japan. 3 pivotal documents were revealed to guide this military expansion: a national security strategy, a 10-year national defense plan, and a 5-year procurement plan, with an estimated expenditure of $320 billion over the next 5 years. A notable aspect of Japan's new security strategy is the introduction of long-range conventional strike capabilities. Japan has been enhancing its standoff capability to effectively respond to threats in its surrounding sea and airspace. The development of new air-to-air missiles, boasting a range exceeding 300 miles, and the prospective introduction of missiles with a 1,000-mile range, are intended to dissuade potential aggressors from targeting Japan. This strategic approach underscores Japan's commitment to advancing its indigenous technology, with a focus on substantial investments in research and development, missile development, and fortifying the resilience of its self-defense forces, SDF. The shift in Japan's military strategy is a response to the heightened presence of foreign militaries around Japan, exemplified by North Korean missiles traversing its territory, and China's regular military activities in close proximity. This recalibration is prompted by the increasingly severe and complex international situation. Notably, Japan is intensifying cooperation in the realm of security, emphasizing the provision of a coastal surveillance radar to the Philippines as the inaugural project under the newly launched Official Security Assistance (OSA) this year. Furthermore, the rapid technological advancements in the region have left Japan feeling vulnerable to evolving missile threats. Prime Minister Kida's strategic overhaul reflects not only the recommendations of defense planners, but also a growing unease among the Japanese population, particularly concerning these evolving security challenges. Despite Kishida's diplomatic background and commitment to nuclear disarmament, he is implementing proactive measures to ensure that Japan remains aligned with the evolving military balance. Simultaneously, there is an effort to deepen diplomatic engagements with like-minded nations in the Indo-Pacific and Europe. The primary challenge on the horizon revolves around financing Japan's ambitious military endeavors. Additionally, a decision has been taken to initiate negotiations on the Reciprocal Access Agreement (RA). Furthermore, there is an agreement to reinforce trilateral cooperation among Japan, the United States, and the Philippines. The commitment extends to promoting collaboration aimed at enhancing the maritime law enforcement capabilities of the Philippines, encompassing the provision of patrol vessels, defense equipment, and technology cooperation. The Philippines has initiated a comprehensive 15-year modernization program for its armed forces, commencing in 2012 and extending through 2027. Under the revised Armed Forces Modernization Act, this program, valued at $4 billion for its third phase, 2023 to 2027, aims to enhance the country's military capabilities to address internal threats and counterterrorism. Importantly, It seeks to safeguard defense modernization efforts from political shifts. This initiative creates opportunities for the procurement of various military assets, encompassing aircraft, ships, unmanned vehicles, surveillance systems, communications equipment, personal protective gear, and diverse weapon systems. The Philippines Department of Defense (DND) and the Armed Forces of the Philippines (AFP) are actively collaborating to strengthen defense procurement policies, addressing delays in major defense acquisitions. The procurement process operates under the Republic Act, known as the Government Procurement Reform Act, and is guided by the Defense Acquisition System (DAS). In December, President Marcos will be welcomed to Japan for the commemorative summit for the 50th year of Asian-Japan friendship and cooperation in Tokyo. Anticipating the strengthening of relationships with ASEAN, there is also an eagerness to further develop the bilateral relationship with the Philippines. Based on the discussions held today, various procurement methods are employed, including government-to-government arrangements, emergency procurement, limited source bidding, and direct contracting. The Philippines defense market is on a trajectory of robust growth, boasting a budget of $4.3 billion in 2023 and a projected compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of over 6% from 2024 to 2028. The escalating tensions in the South China Sea, coupled with China's assertive military presence, are primary drivers of the country's commitment to enhancing its military capabilities. The Philippine government has increased its defense budget and proactively pursued various security assets, such as naval vessels, Air Force assets, and ground forces equipment. Notable examples include the procurement of new frigates, submarines, and patrol boats by the Philippine Navy, as well as the acquisition of fighter jets, transport aircraft, and helicopters by the Philippine Air Force. Specific acquisitions include the procurement of F-16 fighter jets from the United States in 2022, agreements to purchase submarines from South Korea, and contracts to secure frigates from Italy in 2023. Moreover, the country is reinforcing its defense ties, as evidenced by the 2022 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement (EDCA) with the United States. This agreement grants expanded access to Philippine military bases for American troops and equipment deployment. Now, let me highlight specific instances of our cooperation. Firstly, in terms of security and defense cooperation, the final pillar of the new Free and Open Indo-Pacific (FOIP) plan involves extending efforts for the security and safe use of the sea to the air. Japan has provided 12 ships to the Coast Guard, contributing to improving the Philippines' maritime security capability. The signing of the Terms of Reference on Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief underscores our joint commitment to valuing human lives above all and ensuring resilience and responsiveness amidst natural and man-made disasters. The initiation of negotiations for a defense pact, known as the Reciprocal Access Agreement (RA), between Japan and the Philippines, holds significant implications for the broader region, especially the South China Sea littoral states. This strategic move reflects a concerted response to China's increasing assertiveness in the South China Sea, a trend that has raised concerns among neighboring countries, including Taiwan, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia. The Japan-Philippines negotiations provide a framework for collective action and regional cooperation, particularly in the face of unilateral attempts to change the status quo by force. As part of this cooperation, Japan has committed to providing coastal surveillance radars to the Philippines Navy, marking the first collaboration project. In the global arena, within the framework of Japan's newly established Official Security Assistance (OSA), this year, Japan's commitment to regional security is closely tied to its own territorial dispute with China in the East China Sea. The support extended by Japan, the United States, and the Philippines can be viewed as a broader dedication to upholding international norms and maritime law, thereby ensuring freedom of navigation and the peaceful resolution of disputes. As the negotiations for the agreement progress, it is anticipated to bolster the deterrence capabilities of the entire region. Beyond the specific involvement of Japan and the Philippines, this initiative has the potential to serve as a counterbalance to China's military power and contribute to maintaining a balanced and stable regional security environment. The commencement of negotiations for the Reciprocal Access Agreement (RA) between Japan and the Philippines marks a significant development with far-reaching implications for the broader region, particularly the South China Sea littoral states. Recently, a Japanese firm delivered a warning and control radar to the Philippine Air Force, enhancing air domain awareness strategically in response to China's growing assertiveness. This alliance symbolizes a unified front against unilateral attempts to alter the status quo by force, thereby strengthening deterrence capabilities. Countries such as Taiwan, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia may perceive this pact as a positive stride towards regional stability, freedom of navigation, and the peaceful resolution of disputes. Additionally, it serves as a measure to counterbalance China's military prowess and promote a balanced and stable regional security environment. This strategic move underscores the increasing importance of partnerships and security arrangements in addressing shared regional challenges, thereby contributing to the maintenance of stability and security in the Indo-Pacific. If you found this information insightful and wish to explore more, please check out some of our previous videos and hit the subscribe button to stay connected.